As the Emperor's spies told him, Ciri had reached Novigrad. A lone attempt to find her in the North's largest city would certainly fail. But Geralt had friends he could count on. The Witcher decided to contact Triss Merigold.
What'll it be?
What are you serving?
Oh my god, you can flip the right stick back and forth to skip between the two sides. Comments teach me so much. So we have a Socotil Scout. Close and ranged combat. Agile. Whoa. That's awesome. It's Socotil only, or Sociotail. So I can't use it with my current deck, but it's good for that deck for sure. A 6 strength card that can be placed in either of 2 slots, and it only costs 10. We have a Nilfgaardian siege weapon. Has no strength, but has the medic ability. I'm all in favor of medic, but it's a weird thing to have on a no strength card. Sociotail, 5 melee, and Barclay Elves for the Sociotail. Another 6 power agile card. This one doesn't seem to have any different stats than the one I just looked at, so I don't know why it costs twice as much. But I'll gladly take it, since the price of cards has gone down so much compared to my in comparison to my actual amount of money I have. Should I be selling some of these dumb amounts of food that are probably weighing me down like crazy? It might be worth looking into. Like, these are actually like whole chunks of a pound each, I guess. What's this over here? A Sword for Witches. Oh, that's the book I just picked up in the last episode when I was running around upstairs. I should probably look into that. Let's see. You probably won't give me good money for like anything. Oh yeah, I can't really sell you much of anything. Maybe a candelabra? Yeah, in the other category. I've got like dumb silver things I could get rid of. Wow, pure silver counts as other instead of crafting materials? Gonna go with that not being the best way to measure its weight. Yeah, let's not sell anything. I can dismantle the stuff into usable materials. Granted, it's entirely possible that I'm overlooting this stuff, and I'm gonna have too much of certain things. What's the screaming? Oh. Are people having a fight over there? Don't kill me. Everyone's running in circles and screaming right now. Is it because those people look angry? Horson's henchmen. Why is everyone freaking out? I didn't do anything. Talk to Strumpet? Is that what it just said? She's running from me too. Did I do something? That fucking scream. Alright, I'm gonna go over here, guys. It's fine. You enjoy your little scream. I'm gonna head towards an actual objective. Some thugs just aggroed on me. Guess not. Whoops. We escaped that nicely on accident. Is this a blacksmith? Guys, get out of my way. I'm trying to become rich. Oh, it's a blacksmith and a quest item. Ah, but it's locked up for the night. Maybe I should meditate till morning? So I probably want to talk to this blacksmith if he has a quest for me. Maybe this door opens? Oh, it does. Cool. Hello, sir. What do you have for me?
What do you have on offer?
Redanian dumplings, speciality of the house, heartily recommended. Blimey. A vat gun in my establishment? It can't be.
How do you know I'm a witcher?
You joking? Silver blades. Who else uses them? Crafted in Mahakam, am I right? Must be about 40 inches long?
40 and a half. Still impressed. You're something of an expert, evidently.
I'm Ibir Hattori, former master swordsmith. Currently, a master of dumplings.
Geralt of Rivia.
A pleasure, Geralt. How might I help you? Care to try a dumpling?
Did they just throw in... Just casually throw in a character that's basically Hanzo Hattori? Like, he's this famous Japanese swordsmith. I guess for Americans, the most obvious reference would be that if you saw Kill Bill Volume 2, the main character goes into a bar, it's just this guy running a nice little sushi bar. I think it was a sushi bar. And then she reveals that she speaks Japanese and she's here to kill Bill and needs a weapon to kill him. And he's like, I'll go out of my sword retirement and make my first sword, even though I vowed never make death machines ever again. Like, that's this guy being a swordsmith that retired to make dumplings and stuff, like, this is Hanzo Hattori. They just went ahead and just lifted him and put him right in here. I want a dumpling, though.
Tasty.
Glad to hear it. Anything else I can do for you?
Looking for a good swordsmith. No one?
3 swords on your back. A bit much, don't you think?
Good one. But all jests aside, you make swords anymore?
Really? It's dumplings now. I must make a living. But I miss the hammer, anvil, and bellows. Oh, the heat of the forge. Were it not for that swiving Van Horn.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I shan't greet a witcher with dumplings. Come, let me show you something.
Quite a collection. Premium quality, too.
Thank you. I've kept these as mementos.
Damn shame you don't make them anymore. I'd gladly replace what I have with this kind of steel. Someone with your skills? Why the hell are you needing dough?
This might surprise you. The pay is better. But above all, it's much safer. Food vendors rarely disappear or end up as cripples.
I see. Someone controlling Novigrad's smithing market?
Not officially, though. All supplies go through Ernst Van Horn, and they say he plays cards with Cleaver. Frequently.
Ernst Van Horn? Who's that?
Modest beginnings. A small dockside workshop. However, he proved extremely ambitious. He knew he could not compete with other swordmakers on skill alone, so he resorted to other methods.
Other methods?
A bit of slander here, buying business debt cheaply and taking over there. And whenever the competition was a ploughing non-human, he'd accuse them of being Havocars.
Is that how he did you in?
I did not give up without a fight. I went to town hall, negotiated. Alas, it was all in vain. He'd already enlisted Cleaver's protection, and in Novigrad, few dare get in Cleaver's way.
Tried negotiating? Making a deal?
With Van Horn? Do you jest? He's a proper heartless bastard. Either play by his rules and pay him, or go out of business.
I see.
But I shan't complain. Dumplings have proven an excellent source of income. It's just... well...
You miss the heat of the forge. Tried getting supplies from someone else?
Those rogues of the underworld control all the sources. How am I to talk to them? Unless... would you be willing to help me?
Want me to help you get you supplies? How?
Just come with me to a meeting. As my bodyguard, it'll bolster my confidence. Truth be told, not so long ago, I tried negotiating some iron deliveries with one of the King of Beggars' men.
Right. King wouldn't worry about an embargo Cleaver imposed.
It's just... he demanded an inordinately large share of the profits. I thought you might help me negotiate. I don't mean gratis. I'm certain we can agree on a fee.
Could I choose something from your collection?
Oh, forget this rubbish. I shall forge you a sword fit for killing gods.
I don't know. Criminal underworld. Not really sure I want to meddle with them.
I badly need your help. Van Horn is a Van Horsen. He must be taught a lesson. I'd be eternally grateful. Plate armor, yours. Or perhaps you'd like a catapult or a trebuchet.
Fine. Arrange the meeting.
Splendid. Meet me after dark, near the crane at the docks.
Alright, obviously, we need to look into whether or not this is actually a quest I can take at this level, but the fact that they're escalating it so quickly makes me suspect that it's something that's not too bad. Of Swords and Dumplings is level 24? No! That's super disappointing to get, like, that far along in a really, like, compelling little cutscene and then find out that it's double my level. What is with the pacing of some of this stuff? That's unfortunate. I guess we're gonna go back to finding... gonna go back to finding Mr. Dandelion. Jesus Christ. Alright, you have fun with your negotiations, dude. I'll be back in about a month. Hopefully you don't get killed in the meantime. That's awkward. Makes me really want to watch Kill Bill, though. That's some of my favorite movies, really. And they even had the moment of like, I need one of your. Can I have one of your swords? And he's like, no, I will. These belong in the museum. I'll forge you a worthy weapon for this mission and stuff like that. Like there's so, aside from the background motivations, almost everything about the scenario is like lifted directly from there. Gate of the Hierarch, huh? Oh, I can't go in this door. It's locked. It is the back door. I have a bad tendency to walk up towards back doors as if that's a normal thing to do.
Come back, you stinking staggies! Next time I'll rip your fucking legs off and shove them up your arse till you've toes for teeth! Geralt, in the nick of time, as always.
Zoltan, with your boot to someone's ass, as always. Who were those men?
Local colour. I wasn't going more than a moment. Long enough for them to turn our home into theirs. All right, time for some spring cleaning. I've got to boot them all out. Care to join me?
With pleasure.
Do I just light them all on fire? That's fun to do. Ah, I can't just hit them with magic. But that's fun. Bam! Batman combat time. Just keep bouncing back and forth. You can't catch me. They'll never see me coming. Come on, level 5. Ow, rude. Rude. Ow, shit. A little hard to keep track of them in this scenario. Oh, where am I going? That was weird. Get out of here. Ah, crap. I completely missed somehow. Silly. Bye, dick. You guys suck.
Pleased. That went well. Now we can greet each other like the gods ordained. Ages, pal.
Hey, Zoltan. You look good.
Training plenty lately. What with the war on, no Mahakaman meat to be found, but Redanian lagers standing in just fine. You, though, you've withered a bit. Something worrying you?
It's about Ciri. I know she came to Novigrad. Might still be here.
You mean she's come back? I'll be damned. I wonder if I'd recognise her. How many years is it now? 6, 7? But what'd she be doing here?
Hiding, probably. She might be in danger.
See her in your dreams?
Couple times. Her and the Wild Hunt.
Oh, not good.
Not at all, but I know she came here and contacted Dandelion.
We've a wee problem then.
Where's Dandelion?
I'd like to know that myself. Maybe he could explain what the hell's going on. I just barely returned, as you saw. I'm expecting to come home to you hot like a boar in some cold ale, and what do you find instead? A shite storm. Dandelion gone, the tavern chock full of bums. I've no clue what happened.
Let's look around. Might find something that'll put us on his trail.
Prime idea. I say we start on the ground floor. It's where he sat and wrote.
Every single person on the face of this planet that I need to help me is missing or needs something done before they help me. Holy crap. Alright.
A note from a grateful muse.
From the finest vineyards, every last one.
No one knows the fruit of the vine like Dandelion.
I'm taking stuff from your house too. It's for investigation purposes. I need to find Dandelion. It's important. Ooh, Chronicles of Redania. It's probably handy. Oh, that's important.
Annual balladry contest. Silver laurel awarded to Master Dandelion.
Prince Hereward himself did the honours, and the feast afterwards, to celebrate the laureates. Dandelion taught the swine to yodel, and another time.
His voice carries really well. He's on the other side of the room facing the other direction. It's a candle. Is there a candle behind this thing? Nope.
Nose is too small.
Aye, and the sword's too big. By the by, is that how it's done? Killing a wyvern?
Technique's not quite right, but you gotta admit he's doing it with gusto.
A painting to try to make Dandelion look like a badass. I get the feeling that's not really his style. What's this over here? Letter from a female admirer. Time for nausea. Alright. Oh, probably unusable items. The thrust of your hypnotic gaze left my visage red and hot. The whole of the world suddenly set to spinning in a whirlwind of oblivion, and I plunged into the purest ecstasy, imbibing its nectar, the music, the singing, you. For that one brief moment, I felt as if I were the lute you so skillfully strummed, and wanted nothing more than for you to put your dexterous digits in my soul's yearning chords. Okay. Chronicles of Rodania. Oh, it's not too big. Ridank the Elf. Despite what one might conclude from his moniker, not one drop of elven blood flowed in King Vridank's veins. They called him the Elf because of his exceptional beauty. For the great admiration he felt for the Aenschide, this fascination, seemingly harmless, would have horrible long-term consequences. King Vridank, spitting in the face of all laws and customs, chose as his wife a half-elf, and one of low status at that. Known as Beatrix of Cover, the fruit of this regrettable, short-lived mésalliance was Falca, who later fomented bloody revolt against her own father. Though this uprising was ultimately extinguished and Falca herself burned at the stake, the young state was thereafter thrown into chaos for years to come. That's always a great way to great parenting there. Have a kid, they try to murder you, they uprise against you, you burn them at the stake. It's a good sequence of actions. It's like a fairy tale that you read to your happy little children before they go to sleep.
10 barrels of Toussaint Dry, 5 cases of sodden triple mead. Nothing here.
No, that's exactly what we're looking for. It's his planner.
Seems Dandelion's taking the tavern business seriously.
If you only knew. Gives it everything. Not seen him this obsessed ever. Seems when he inherited this fine establishment, it came with some fine responsibilities. Bookkeeping among them. He also made a habit of noting down the times of his meetings, official and private. So, who'd he been seeing of late? Here it is. Seems he's only been meeting women of late, the dog.
I'm impressed that they can seemingly find exactly what they're looking for without turning a single page.
Not a bad idea. Dandelion's pretty loose-lipped. Might have blabbed something to a lady friend that'll put us on his trail.
That's what I'm counting on. We should divide these somehow. Perhaps... fuck it. I'll ask the lassies in my half, you interrogate the ones in yours. Suit you?
Zoltan, wait. This is in verse.
And you figure that's unnatural because...
Wonderful. Meet me back here when you're done. Share our findings.
Right you are. Need to do a wee bit of tidying before I go. Cannot stomach the idea of coming back to this mess. And you'd be wise to read your bit before you scurry off. If you need anything, I'll be next door.
Dear Lord. So Dandelion he read his freaking plans. He wrote them down in prose. That's just silly. Doing some quick meditating since I've out of healing items and everything. So we found Zoltan. I was trying to figure out where I recognized him from. Among the fact that he's got to be from a previous thing, of course. pretty sure I have his card and have been playing it. He's a melee character, I think. Was that him up top? Yeah, that is. Yep, he's my 5 power melee character I already had. It's funny how that goes. Kind of helps you keep track of everybody. Wrong pause menu. Let's read this card. Dandelion's Planner. Rosa va atre. Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humor's blue. She shunned her lessons of civility to swing her dwarf with agility. A charming garden-enclosed villa in Gildorf. Molly. Though well she knows the touch of silk and lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace. Gildorf, villa next to the morgue. Vesulpa, or Vespula. Though timid in looks, no adventure did skip her. My heart melts when she asks, "Ever had a Big Dipper?" Falconer's laundry near the mouth of the Pontar. Well, they're just going to explicitly say the locations. I don't have to worry about the prose too badly then. Marabella. Though her cries are divine when behind closed doors, standing on stage her squawks are drowned by snores. The Bits near Popper Square. Are they saying that her, Oh. So, talking about the sounds she makes during sex, but also that she's apparently a terrible singer, but she performs as one. Elihal. A figure most rare, her nature dual. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool. Tailor's shop across from the tannery. Hey, tailor, not barber. I don't know why I thought otherwise. I should find a barber. Look into customizing Geralt's appearance a little bit. Or seeing all the options there that I don't necessarily want to use, and then choosing to stick to the one I already have. Wow. So we have a huge list of people we can check out. I think we got one new character glossary. If I can even figure out which one that was. Oh god, was it this one? Louisa Lavalette. Baroness Maria Louisa Lavalette was the talk of Temeria in her time. This noblewoman had been King Foltest's mistress and even bore him 2 illegitimate children. This caused quite the scandal, and promoted several notable families to take up arms in revolt, only to be bloodily crushed by the king's forces, who took La Villette Castle during the hard-fought siege. Is there anyone else to look around here? A concerning number of people from this menu are just dead now. Zoltan Chevet, a dwarf, a soldier of fortune, a veteran of the Battle of Brenna, an unassailable optimist, a committed altruist, a lover of rough drinks and rougher songs, a master Gwent player, and above all, a dear and loyal friend to me and Geralt. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to present Zoltan Chevet, who first became fast friends years ago when Geralt and I ran into Zoltan and the band, and he was leading at the time across war-stricken Riverdale. It proved our fate to cross paths many times after, and we eventually became inseparable companions, sticking together through good and ill. At our tale's beginning, Zoltan and I had gone into business together running a Novigrad tavern called the Rosemary and Thyme. So that's a note from Dandelion. I should look into seeing... Can I skip to the top from here? Nope. Let's see. Do I have an entry for Dandelion yet? I don't know if I do. Nope, there it is. I would wager anyone that you, dear reader, are a person of culture and taste, and therefore already familiar with me, Dandelion, and the role I am to play in the following tale. Nevertheless, allow me to sketch a few lines by way of self-portrait, for the sake of thoroughness, and in the event you have spent much of the last half-century in some dark corner where the light of my star has yet to reach. Born in 1229, a talented poet and troubadour, a graduate of Oxenford Academy, a frequent performer at royal courts, an unequaled lover, appreciated, and in some cases adorned by ladies worldwide, a skilled negotiator and a stirring orator, such is the image of the bard Dandelion as painted by his friends and promoters. This image, of course, is somewhat overbright in its coloring. I personally prefer to think of myself as a dedicated artist enthralled to his muse, one whose work has benefited immeasurably from the fact that I was, am, and forever will remain a close friend and steadfast companion to the Witcher Geralt. It is his fate I chronicle in this present work, and his story which I shall sing till the end of my days. So he's the one that's writing all of the character things we have in the glossary here throughout. Important bit of texture to figure out. Because I was definitely noticing a few episodes ago, they're like, hey, these are written from a perspective where they can't be written by Geralt of all people. Then, ooh, another note. Letter from Fran. There's a lot of lore in this little room here, or texture at least for the story. When will you return to Cidaris? I hope it will be soon, for I miss you terribly. Waiting to see you again literally pains me. If you are to come, send me a message beforehand. I'll ask my mistress for a day off. Oh, Fran. All hot and bothered. What can I find here? That's the back door. The one I found earlier that was locked. They probably wanted me to go into a specific door because it was gonna spawn an event, too. A little bit of it would be awkward if I spawned a cutscene after entering through the wrong door. Might as well take a look around the house before I leave. Anything noteworthy? Mostly just looking for documents. I don't really feel like sitting here and stripping the entire house of every object. Wow, that's a lot of beds. There's a lot of homeless people living here. What is this magical future where every single door in this world is double hinged? That's an interesting little chunk of video game logic that's broken as hell, but is very consistent. Is that everyone in this world, it's just normal to have every door in the world be double hinged, which I honestly can't think of the last time I had I saw a double hinged sword anywhere that wasn't like a weird flip-floppy door that you see on the outside of a yeah, basically just doors you see that lead to like the kitchen and stuff like that in a restaurant, like those kinds of doors that you're supposed to open without actually touching with your hands. Those are like the only ones I can think of that are ever double hinged. But in video games, every door is double hinged because they don't want to bother animating door opening animations, so every door opens by you just walking into it. That chest might have something in it. A butter knife, way to go. Yeah, let's get out of here. Let's see. Oh, one of the objectives is actually to talk to Zoltan before I leave. That'll be a nice thing to wrap up with, I think.
Still here? Looking for something?
Just checking to see that everything's in place. Buggers might have hauled something off for pawning.
Actually, glad you're still here. Wanted to ask you about someone. Though well she knows the touch of silken lace, she shuns not straw when gripped in lust's embrace.
Molly. Keeps things tidy for the Baroness Lavalette.
A baroness within reach and he settled for a chambermaid?
Dandelion's not one to judge folk by their station. You know that. Like he says, in the alcove, we're all equals.
Yeah. Guess a true poet observes life in all its aspects, examines it from all perspectives. If I didn't know him better, I'd say he was jealous about this Marabella.
Oh, I doubt it. Former pupil. And well, the tales he told me about her.
Doubt I want to hear them.
Probably better off not. Things between them took a turn for the strange at some point.
Meaning?
She had him wearing mummers' costumes. Took to calling him Christian, referring to herself as Anastasia.
Huh, truly perverse.
He didn't ken half of it. Called him a stallion once. That's the fool took it as a compliment, till she pulled a bit in the reins into her cupboard. Poor bastard fled out the window.
Vespula. Name rings a bell. She threw his knickers out the window.
That's her.
Hollered something about him being a scoundrel with a voice like a consumptive pheasant.
That's her.
Threw flower pots at him.
Guess soul flames never die.
Like a rose abashed of its crimson hue, fair Rosa would sink into humor's blue. She shunned her lessons in civility to swing her dwarf with agility. Dwarf. Never suspected he'd be so humble.
Dwarfs what Rosavar Atre named her Guahir. Well chosen, eh?
All right. But Varatra? Her dad happened to be the Nilfgaardian ambassador?
He is. You know him?
Wouldn't say that. Had a brief conversation with him at the palace in Vizima.
Well, then you've a good notion of the kind of bloke he is. Commissioned Dandelion to tutor Rosa and her sister in the art of rhetoric. But we Rosa preferred swordplay.
How dare she reject the great bard in favor of a common swordmaster?
More than one, it seems. Week on week, we get fresh gossip about her thrashing another instructor. So bad he resigns. Word has it her dad's now looking to hire her next victim. Instructor.
A figure most rare, her nature dual. Look deep in her eyes or be made a fool. Well, well, seems fascinated with this one.
Not without reason. Never been much for elven women myself, but this one's exceptional. Dare say Francesca Finderbeard be jealous.
You want to take this one, then?
Nah, you can have her.
Why?
See, elven beauty's like a young Beauclair wine, whereas I prefer vodka straight up.
Well, know about all I wanted to know. Thanks for your help.
That one little jab, they talked about. Let's see, she called him Christian, and then they talked about like weird leather straps, like it was a play on words with the whole like horse thing, but it sounded like basically bondage. Was that like a weird jab at like 50 Shades of Grey? Was that supposed to be like Christian Grey? Like they're making a random reference to that kind of stuff? Because there definitely seem to be full of references in these games for sure. So, I'm gonna say, if I know anything about video games, and I hope I do, the fact that we have 5 different places to explore, to meet with 5 different women around here, this is probably them trying to make me explore the entirety of Novigrad to pick up a whole bunch of side quests along the way. That'd be my guess. Let's take a look here. Get a sort of a feel for how they're spread out around the area. Oh, maybe not. I kind of thought they'd be sort of evenly distributed around the area in a way that would help me cover everything more easily. But it looks like 3 of them are just in one little spot, and 2 of them are right in front of me. So, okay. Yeah, I guess that is kind of a spread still, though. But yeah, normally whenever a main story quest says, go to these 5 places, it's basically a nice, elegant way of having the player move around in a big area and discover a bunch of stuff. The same way I found that Hanzo Hattori style quest here. And the same way there's like a quest waiting for me right over here. We're definitely going to be spending a long time going around in Novigrad and doing things for people in Novigrad. But anyway, meeting with these 5 women sounds like a thing to do next episode. So thanks for watching, like always, guys. I'll see you next time. And that guy's sick of it all, apparently. Alright. I guess he can just go enjoy himself. At least the weather's nice. I don't think that's going to improve his disposition, though. Let's speculate.
Called him a stallion once. That's a fool took it as a compliment. Till she pulled a bit in the reins into her cupboard. Poor bastard fled out the window.
All right.